Rick, in the best interest of transparency, Gabe did let it slip that he'd been told he was playing tomorrow. So you guys have talked to Coach, haven't you? And then we said no. So just letting you know that off the top. But just having him back out there. I know you wanted to wait till it was a full practice to see how he'd come through it. Clearly, with his response, he's A-okay.
He's been skating really well, so we've been very pleased with his conditioning and that he's pain-free. So we had to get through all of that and then to get him through a practice. But we knew going in today's practice that we had him up with Mark and Casey, just to give him some reps in there. And if he felt fine, then he will play tomorrow. So will he play up there every shift? No, because he's missed a lot of time. And we're going to have to watch his ice time and watch the length of the shifts and everything else, especially in that first period. But we'll just monitor him very closely, but he's definitely in. And even on the power play you saw today, like he's a big factor in our power play with that group. When that power play was clicking, he was a big part of it. And so it's great to see him back.
Yeah, I mean, as you've mentioned, you'll never ever put a player in before he's ready to go, but timing is everything. And with that power play, in a 1 for 21, it'll be good to have him back, I would think.
Yeah, I would think it's time to get him back in there. One thing with the power play last night, clearly we missed an open net. We had some better looks, but the consistency of it has to improve. And I think having a consistent lineup like we did that for a couple of weeks, and that's when it took off, and we're scoring a couple goals a game. That's going to be a huge help to us. And look, Gabe's, as we know, he's just great down by that net, and he works really well with Mark. He's able to find Casey backdoor, the give and go, and he's able to take it to the net. Like he's a threat down there, and we've certainly missed that.
Yeah, in this slide, Rick, does the eyeball test match up with what you're seeing on film, and that maybe the puck doesn't get to the guts of the ice enough on that power play?
No, it doesn't. And if you hang on to it too slow or too long, that's what's happening. We're not as confident as we were earlier when that thing was just snapping around. So we've got to get that back. It may take a game or two, but that's what we got to get it going. The slower you move the puck, the easier it is to kill. And we're not getting that down and in that we saw Sean score a couple of goals in. We're not getting that backdoor play to KC. We're not getting that game walking across the crease and stuffing it in. So those are all big factors of it. But again, we're going to I hope he picks up right where he left off. But if he needs a game or two, I think we'll be patient with him.
Did you like the zone entries on the power play, Bones?
Yeah. That's not the kid. But yeah, at times it's not there. But sometimes the penalty killers do a good job too. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, the entries have not been the problem whatsoever. It's the next play that's been killing us. So again, it's just, and that comes again when you know you're going to get set up and you know you're going to be able to create some chances. That confidence just goes way up, and you'll be able to make those plays after you get in. So getting in sometimes not the issue. The issue is the next play, and that should be rectified as well.
You mentioned Sean a couple answers ago. What makes his excitement around the front of the net so dangerous for you guys, whether he's floating through the slot for that redirection or wide open there, just to make that centering play? What has worked so well with him finding that room in the open area?
He just has a great feel for what you just talked about. Know when to move in and when to move back, and which makes it tough for the net front D and that weak side forward to cover him. But he doesn't just stand there. He gets himself in a position to receive the pass either from Mark on the half wall or down below. He puts himself in a position to tip the puck when it comes to the point or the high tip from KC. So he just has that unique ability, that elite hockey sense of moving and moving to the right spots at the right time.
Rick, was there any concern with Josh Morrissey? And he played 30 minutes yesterday, but he wasn't on the ice today?
No, that's just a maintenance thing. That's why he's off, because he played 30 minutes yesterday.
What? I mean, I know it was that kind of a game, Rick, but with him playing as much as he did, was it just a case of you had to have him out there in those situations? I don't think there were any long shift type scenarios for him.
No, but when he's on like that, he can eat up a lot of minutes. And we lost Stan for 5 minutes early in the game, and that's when he got double shifted. And then all of a sudden, you can see he's got his legs and he's got his game. And then you need some goals, and he's obviously our best offensive defenseman back there, and you need a goal. He's the guy you want on the ice.
Just wanted to ask a question about Adam Lowry. It really looks like he's the standard bearer in a lot of ways. Like he can be in the crease or behind the goal line, and then next thing you know, he's in the neutral zone on the safe side of Jack Eichel, and that's got to take work. And I'm just wondering, at a time where you're not winning, but you're improving your process, how important he is to that.
Oh, he's huge. You watch, he's a lot faster skater than you give him credit for. He moves really well out there for a big man, and a lot of that is his heart. He works so hard out there, and he knows that he's got to get above. He's always against their best centerman on the other team. He knows he's got to get above them and slow them down, which we try not to take away any offense because he's so good around the net front, but he works so hard to get back and get above. And again, don't ever underestimate his speed, but his speed is driven by his passion and his heart, and he's just a hard-working, he's been a great captain for us, and you talk about a guy that leads by example. That's perfect. Adam's the example.
Is that just a way that a guy is wired? Has he had to learn any? Like, it just seems like that's who he is, but what's his process in that?
Yeah, that's just the way he's wired, and he takes great pride in his ability to play against the top. Well, he loves that challenge, right? Sometimes when I tell him before the game, okay, you're going to play against Eichel, well, I'm not even telling him to go on the ice. He sees Eichel going on a change, he's going over. Because, okay, go, because he knows he's going. But he loves that challenge, and that line is a very effective line that way, and it's led by Adam. And yeah. He's just a hard-working guy with lots of heart, lots of passion, lots of enthusiasm for the game. That's why we love him so much.